Well, I'm going to start already and say hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here today, and I would like to tell you a little bit about the work of the German Helpline. Yes, I am Nina Pirk, and I work for Germany's biggest and oldest helpline, which is called Nummer gegen Kummer, which translates to Number Against Sorrow. So it's kind of a catchy name, which we always hope helps kids to grasp fast what kind of service we want to provide. So yes, kids and parents do contact our helpline about cyberbullying. And often when counselors pick up the phone, the first thing they hear is, "Please help me." So let me start by telling you what I'm going to do during my presentation. I would like to give you a short introduction about the helpline and also the German Safer Internet Center, and then continue on and focus a little more on cyberbullying, and give you some data and also some case examples and also a little overview of the kind of help or advice we provide at the helpline. So, about the German Helpline. We offer counseling for children, adolescents, and parents. For children and adolescents, we have a child helpline with counseling hours from Monday through Saturday. And also email-based counseling, which is offered through a secure online counseling tool, which of course is accessible 24/7. And we often see that kids write mails like late in the evening. So it's a good thing to be able to offer something they can access 24/7. So, you know, if they're lying in bed, can't sleep because they have a problem, they can already type. So this can already help them. For parents, we offer telephone counseling as well. Which is accessible Monday through Friday. And as you can see on my slide, we have been around for a while. So the Child Helpline was founded in 1980. So it's already 37 years of offering counseling. You see my logos, and you can see that the 116-111 number is the same as for your Polish helpline. So what's most important, I think, about our helpline is that it's toll-free and anonymous, of course also confidential. So we think it's very important to offer an easy access to counseling. And we see that often we are the first point of contact. So anonymity really is key, especially if kids don't want to talk to someone they know about something they're very ashamed of. So we always hope that it's easier for them to pick up the phone and talk about their problems when it's anonymous. What's also important to say is that any topic is welcome. So whatever problem kids or parents are facing, we want to be there for them and just listen and see what we can do. We are. Some quick facts about the structure. I work in the head office. We're a small team of professionals, and we are coordinating a nationwide network of local member organizations. So the Nummer gegen Kummer is a membership association, and we have currently 98 local members who are spread across all of Germany. And there is a huge team of roughly 3,500 volunteer counselors who are actually on the phone doing the counseling. So to me, it's a great pleasure to work for such a network with such a great commitment of volunteers. Volunteers are not professionals, but of course they're specially trained. So, the reason why I can be here today is because we are the helpline within the German Safer Internet Center, together with ClickSafe and our two hotlines. We're the German Safer Internet Center, and you know, probably know all this. The Awareness Center always offers great information and material, which is also very helpful for us as a helpline when we deliver trainings to our counselors. Because you can imagine, especially regarding online risks, continuous training of the volunteers is key. So ClickSafe really is a great support in this. And of course, the hotlines, there are 2 in Germany. And my colleague Kira also had a talk yesterday about the complaints office of ECHO. So it's good to have someone in the center where we can explain to kids and also parents how they can report illegal or harmful content. So we do this at the helpline as well. We can assist, telling them how they can report something. We think this cooperation is great, so it's really beneficial to work together and kind of offer best possible help if something goes wrong or even as prevention. Okay, so what are we dealing with in regards to online counseling? Please remember, I just told you that we are a general helpline, so open for any topic. But being part of the German Safer Internet Center is kind of focused on online problems. So because I don't have much time to talk about our data, I decided to just give you like the top 5 of the counseling for children and adolescents and also the parents. And you can see that cyberbullying is the second most important topic when we are talking about online risks. What I always find interesting is that parents' most important reason to reach out to our helpline is the maybe excessive use of their kids. So parents usually call us because they're worried or insecure about their kids' online use. Fun fact, quotes, not really fun topic. I think it's currently 28 helplines across Europe, which are connected in the InSafe network. We all collect data, and we've seen for many years, I think 4 or 5, that cyberbullying is the #1 topic there. So it's definitely a persistent topic. I guess you all know. So when kids reach out to the helpline, what do they tell us about how they feel about cyberbullying? It's usually the victims calling us. I mean, we're talking about hurtful behavior. So yes, they are hurt. They're sad. They feel lonely. They don't understand why the others don't seem to like them. Often they also feel helpless. And they feel overwhelmed by the constant attacks and very embarrassed and also insecure because they don't know how many people have seen these attacks online. Usually they're pretty worked up when they call the helpline because usually they have endured the attacks for quite a while for different reasons, maybe hoping that it will just go away by itself, which sadly it usually doesn't. So when they call, they're usually very devastated, basically. And then, it's great that they managed to reach out. Also, other effects of cyberbullying, which I'm sure you're basically familiar with, so physical pain, stomach ache, headache, sleep problems, lying awake at night, being worried, which, of course, if you don't sleep much and worry, you're likely to not be performing well at school, and also because bullying and cyberbullying are kind of the same nowadays. We also see that they're afraid of going to school. They just want to kind of run away, mostly. And they often lose trust in others, so because sometimes they don't know who's involved, and they're maybe sad that others don't help or assist them. Excuse the typo. Maybe you didn't even realize. So, often they don't yeah, I already said when they contact us, they're usually in a very bad state. So just, I would like to give you like a small glimpse of typical case examples. Of course, these were modified because, as I said, our counseling is anonymous, and of course we wouldn't share any private details. So a boy, 14, tells us that he's being bullied online, but doesn't want to tell his parents. So for him, there's no support in a trusted adult, when he calls us and asks for help. Then a girl, 12-year-old, sending an email to the email-based counseling, telling us that a classmate spilled her secret, and now everybody knows that she's in love with this one boy in her class. And they've started a WhatsApp group, and yeah, they're now commenting mean things about her, making fun of her. Yeah, and she wants them to stop, but doesn't know what to do. Then another one, a boy, 16-year-old, telling us that he's receiving very insulting comments on Facebook by someone he doesn't even know. And he's also found a fake profile about himself on Facebook. Yeah. And now he's basically panicking because this is kind of escalating to him. Yeah, and he's yeah, trying to get support from us. Another fun fact, we actually have more boys calling the helpline than girls. In online-based counseling, it's more girls reaching out to the helpline. But I find this an amazing fact that boys really do reach out. So yeah, as you can see, many times what we see is, please make it stop. Yeah, I wish we could, of course, but it's not that easy. There is no easy solutions, but there are steps you can take. What I wanted to add is that, hold on, let me jump back. It's not only also parents calling us. I didn't bring any examples. And also, I once had a case with a grandmother who's been kind of watching her grandson being bullied, and she didn't even understand what cyberbullying is, had no idea of online technology, and yeah, she really wanted to help and support her grandson. So also for grandparents, it's a great way to reach out and be informed about the phenomenon. So when it happened, what can be done to support the victims in counseling? As I already said, there's no easy solution, but steps to take. First of all, I always find it very important to tell the young people that it's great that they reached out. I'm sure in many cases it's not easy to talk about how they feel and what has been happening to them. Then it's always important to tell them, I believe you, and yes, I take serious what you say. I always find it also very important to take a stand and to let them know that cyberbullying is not okay. They don't have to endure it. There's something you can do, and also that it's not their fault. Yeah, a very important message always is that you're not alone. It does happen to others too, and we can go look for support for you. Of course, the helpline is one kind of support, but also very important during a counseling session is that we look into who else in like the immediate environment of the child, some trusted person, friend, relative, family, whoever, seriously, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there should be someone who can support them, other than the helpline, of course. Yeah, and the aim of counseling basically is let's go look, let's go find a way for you to feel better. This can be pretty much anything. So we're doing individual counseling. We're just looking at this one person, listening to the story, and then trying to find big, small, whatever steps to make them feel better. I think it's also important to consider what the person feels like doing, like strong enough. Does he want to stand up to the bully, or is he more like, no, I just want to protect my online presence, whatever. So steps to take. I always like stop, block, tell. I'm sure many of you already know it. So first of all, please stay calm. You're not alone. Don't answer, even if it's hard sometimes, I guess. Then, yeah, save evidence of the attacks, so document them. So if, I don't know, maybe you decide in a later stage to go to the police or show it to your teacher, it's good to have some documented documents of the attacks. Okay, here we go. So then you can block the bully. You can delete comments, pictures, whatever. You can maybe report even to social networks or the hotlines. Yeah, so you can kind of leave the situation in a way. So don't be there for the bully to attack you, kind of. Of course, these are small steps. They don't always work, but there are cases when they do. Third, tell. So the trusted someone I was already talking about. Maybe even someone at school. From our experience in Germany, situations in schools are very different. So some schools are greatly trained and equipped, and there's someone there where they can go and get help. And some schools are not well prepared. So, but it's always one of the things, me being a counselor, I would ask, you know, is there someone in your school you could talk to? Then there's the question, do you want to defend yourself? Maybe just tell the bully to stop. Tell him, this is not funny to me, this is hurtful to me, please stop it. It's not a joke. But of course, don't go alone when you go defending yourself, and don't start a war. Yeah. And very important, like basically the final message or something we try to transport during counseling is that you're okay, it's not your fault. It's kind of like a hug, you know, over the phone. That's what we try to do. Another thing is when you talk about possible steps to take is that you can help especially young people to kind of prepare themselves for what is going to happen next, because they're going to have to tell their story maybe to the school or the police or someone, so you can kind of practice telling your story, and they've already managed to tell their story once in the helpline, so this can help them cope with the situation. Very, very important part of the work of the helpline, because we're first point of contact, but we cannot go very far because it's only anonymous counseling, is to provide kids, youth, parents, whoever, with good sources of information online, like for example ClickSafe, because there's masses of information on the internet, and I think it's helpful to people if you can like recommend good sources of information. So we're always trying to aim at helping kids to help themselves. Yeah, another important thing is, besides recommending or providing information on good sources of information, there's also information on professional help. So we can provide kids with contact details about psychologists, whatever. And also explain what is going to happen if they're going to call, for example, a therapist. So explaining procedures does really help them to prepare to do something about the situation in a way. So basically, we at the German Helpline, we would like to be there to support and listen. And we always hope that if young people manage to find a solution for this one problem or this one conflict, that this, the knowledge that I made it will equip them for the future. So they will be better prepared and equipped to cope with potential problems in the future. And we also hope that by having been a victim once, they They are more aware and they can help others online, maybe even by being a great bystander and supporting someone else who is being bullied. Thanks for your attention.